Ring Talk. Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith.
I like that last one. That you
Oh,
give
yeah?
a little pause and hit that last one. That was good. Oh. You're getting double today. All right, I like it.
Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith, and we're back in Ring Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite wrestling podcast, mainly WWE.
Your grandma's favorite wrestling podcast is which I like to call it.
Yeah, and your local Dairy Queen's favorite podcast as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is Dairy Queen a national franchise or is it local like Brahms is?
I think it's national.
It's national, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never...
I was going to say Brahms, but I don't think a lot of people know what Brahms is.
No, because it's more of a around these parts
Yeah.
thing. I don't know if you can find a Brahms like in North Dakota or something.
Right. Let us know in the comments. Do you have a Brahms?
If you're in North Dakota, do you have a Brahms?
Do you really think there's someone from North Dakota?
There could be. You don't know. Or there could be... Dude, what if like someone from Japan is watching this and there happens to, for some reason, be a Brahms there? I don't think there is.
There's no way there's a Brahms.
But wouldn't that be crazy? I'd want to go to it.
I'd go to.
I'd
go to a Japanese Brahms.
Could you imagine? Surely there'd be something different about it.
Oh, I'm sure they don't serve burgers and stuff.
They might. I'm sure they serve burgers.
If it exists.
You may have a little extra to it. All right, let's kick it off with SmackDown.
The craziest SmackDown.
From May 23rd. Kicks off with Tiffany Stratton insulting Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
You don't insult Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. You don't insult them.
But if there's one person that can insult them that has the I don't know if right is the right word, but like Tiffany Stratton's the champion.
Yeah.
Like she's got the title. She's on top, so she is above them right now as the champ.
I mean,
so she's got a say in some things.
She's got some little.
She got some credibility to her.
Yeah, credibility. There we go.
What do you think about like the storyline with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair?
I think
so that. Kinda, I mean, obviously, we want to see Alexa Bliss and Y6.
That's what I was going to say. I think we should get that before
too long. Maybe by SummerSlam. Hopefully, we'll get something. Moving on to the first Money in the Bank qualifying match of the night. Julia defeated the United States champions Zelina Vega and Charlotte Flair. So Julia's in the ladder match.
Yeah. They beat Charlotte Flair. That says a lot.
And the U.S. champion, Zelina Vega. Julia, moving on to that Money in the Bank, which is a week from this Saturday.
Yeah, isn't it Roxanne Perez making it to the...
Yeah, so she qualified.
Both of them are in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because we have that Worlds Collide event. Yeah. Which will be on YouTube. And it's like WWE versus AAA, which is what WWE just purchased, you know? Mm-hmm. So they're doing all that stuff, which we're getting a lot of NXT people on that show. Yeah. But also I think like Chad Gable's going to be on there.
The champ. He's the real champ.
He should be the champ. And we'll talk about that later as well. But Tommaso Ciampa then defeated Chris Sabin. Yep. Damian Priest engaged in a chaotic brawl with Drew McIntyre ahead of their steel cage match that happens on Saturday night's main event.
Do you think this is the final match between the two?
Yeah. Yep. I think a steel cage really is like a good ender to a rivalry.
Now, here's what I think. I think that there should be no one escaping the cage. I think it should be a pinfall or submission in the cage.
Wow. You think? Yeah. Well, I think you and Jesse Ventura would think alike. I know you say you didn't watch Saturday night's main event, but and we'll talk about it. Oh, we'll talk about it when we get to the match. It's hilarious. I recommend you going to watch just that match just to listen to Jesse Ventura's commentary. Yeah. Because it is so funny. Yeah. It is so funny. Michin and B-Fab defeated Piper Niven and Alba Fire. Then Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo defeated Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix. Jimmy Uso just seems like he's kind of lost his place.
I know, man.
He's just kind of being fed to the new bloodline.
They gave him like the coolest the entrance song ever. And
R-Truth gave his last words before his match against undisputed WWE champion John Cena.
Childhood hero.
This is childhood hero. The next qualifying match LA Knight, defeated Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke's still there.
Yeah.
Showing up every now and then.
You know,
I'm really, again, this is like the third year in a row I'm pulling for LA Knight.
Yeah.
To do it.
I like how they didn't take away from Aleister Black, though, during this match.
Yeah.
Because it was his kick that got Shinsuke down for the 3 count.
Mm-hmm.
But LA Knight just pushed him out of the ring, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that LA Knight, as much as I would like to see Aleister Black in there, I'd rather have LA Knight, who's been there for the last few years.
I think he would be a favorite in that match as well.
Yeah. The Street Profits versus Fraxium ended in a no contest. This was after DIY interfered and all that stuff. And then what happened, Caysen?
An amazing return.
The return that people have been asking for months and months and months.
It was really unexpected as well. They pulled it off really well. Like, no one thought it was going to happen.
I mean, the lights went black and then you started to hear the piano.
Yeah.
And then
did the piano even play?
Did the piano play? I think
remember. They just showed up in the middle of the ring.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, because it was in the middle of the match. They just showed up in the middle of the ring
and just beat up everybody.
Beat up everybody. Yeah.
The White Six close out the show because they're back.
Yeah.
But who are they going after? Was someone here they're specifically going after, or were they just trying to make a statement?
I think they're making a statement that they're here.
They're here.
We're here.
We're here. Time to be afraid.
You know, I'm glad we're getting into the tag team division though. We're not just staying with these like faction versus faction stuff.
I will say it. We've said it before. The SmackDown tag team division has
it's
done
even
much better than Monday Night Raw.
It's even better now. Yeah.
All right, moving on to Saturday night's main event. Show kicks off with the tag match everybody was wanting to see.
Yeah.
Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker taking on CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
And who came out?
Seth freaking Rollins.
I mean,
Braun Breaker.
Who helped him win?
But who decided to show up and help him win? And that is Big Bronson Reed.
You know, it's a lot of bronze.
I was gonna make the same joke. Yeah. That you beat me to it. A lot of bronze.
They might as well kept Braun Strowman and put him in the.
And put him in the.
It's really weird though because like, Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins had their own little rivalry.
But they addressed that on Raw, which I thought was very cool.
It was smart that they did that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Bronson Reed. How did he showed up, and was it CM Punk that he went
to CM Punk and blew him through the barricade? Yeah.
And then they took out, and was Sami Zayn the one that took the pin?
Yeah, I think so.
But that didn't stop. It didn't stop there, because they just started whooping up on CM Punk.
Yeah.
And getting hit by tsunamis. I think the crowd wanted more. And we know Bronson Reed can. Yeah. He can dish out the tsunamis.
He loves doing it. Over and over and over.
It's such a simple move. He just falls on top of him.
Yeah.
Next match was a Women's United States Championship match. Zelina Vega defeating Chelsea Green.
Zelina Vega. Champ.
Yes. I'm hoping that they move Chelsea Green on to bigger and better things because she deserves it.
Yeah.
Look at how well she did as United States champion. Imagine her as the women's champion.
I think she should have been in a different qualifying match so she can get.
You know, I have like this small hope because sometimes they do things like this where they do like a last chance match and they give people the last chance to qualify.
Who was it that got in a second qualifying match? It was Kairi Sane. I think she had more than one qualifying match. I'm pretty sure.
This year?
Yeah.
Well, no, I think she just had the one. Because she returned that night, because that was when Zoe Stark got hurt.
Yeah.
And she returned to that show.
Okay.
And then this Raw, she went up against Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
But Liv Morgan got herself into a qualifying match the next week.
Oh, okay.
But this past Raw, she challenged Kairi Sane.
Gotcha.
Next match was the undisputed WWE champion John Cena against R-Truth. Non-title, by the way.
Non-title.
R-Truth comes out to John Cena's music, dressed in his gear, doing his entrance like we all know and love, John Cena did not appreciate that. Match didn't last long.
Yeah.
R-Truth gave a fighting performance, but in the end, he's not going to take down the 17-time champion. The GOAT? Maybe.
The GOAT. He's on a win streak finally.
Finally. And John Cena picks up the W. I believe there was a backstage segment between John Cena and Jey Uso.
Yeah. I think there was,
Yeah, and John Cena kind of threatening Jey Uso. Jey Uso saying, the last time I saw you, I eliminated you in the Royal Rumble. I was like, ooh. Jey Uso, he is the champ. He can say those words.
You don't say that to
He's not speaking lies, though. He's speaking truths.
As soon as the GOAT made the switch, though, he's been unstoppable. What can I say? Didn't we get some Cody Rhodes after that, though?
Not yet.
Is that SmackDown?
Hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself. Hold on. Damian Priest went one-on-one with Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match. Damian Priest picking up the W. Now, great match. These guys, I think at the end of the day, had a pretty solid rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Ventura's commentary, oh my goodness. Because the way Damian Priest won the match was he walked out the cage door. Jesse Ventura did not like that. He was like, why is he walking out the door? You know, why? How does that make him a winner? And Michael Cole was like, well, that's the rules. You escape the cage, you win. You can either climb out or you can go through the door. And Jesse Ventura's like, no, I don't like it. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like, shut up, man. Who cares?
Jesse Ventura is a good guy.
Is he?
Great guy.
I'm sure he's something. But it was a very violent match. They did a concerto to Drew McIntyre. I believe Drew McIntyre might be taking some time off because I think he's going to start nursing some injuries.
I got you.
So I think it may be a little bit before we see Drew McIntyre again, but we'll see. Next was the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship match between Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Great match, back and forth. But in the end, Jey Uso, let's back up a little bit. John Cena gets involved.
Yeah.
And I believe the ref got knocked down. I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because John Cena tried to come help Logan Paul win. However, Cody Rhodes, big return, comes out with the save for his former tag team champion partner. Don't forget, they were once tag team champions.
That's where the Yeet started.
We saw them live when they were tag team champions.
Yeah. But
Cody Rhodes comes out, gets rid of John Cena, Jey Uso picks up the W, and it's looking like we're setting up for a tag match at Money in the Bank. It's going to be Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and John Cena.
Didn't we see their first title defense as well? Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes? Or the last one? We saw
a title defense. It would have been the show
before they lost
they lost them.
Yeah.
Because they were only champs for like a week.
Yeah.
So what I heard about is, I guess Travis Scott was supposed to be John Cena's tag team partner.
Oh, really?
At Money in the Bank, but reports are saying Travis Scott's flaked out. So they threw in Logan Paul, which I think still works.
It
clearly.
Works, yeah. I think they're setting up for Travis Scott to be celebrity guest on 2K.
On 2K?
Yeah.
Let's move on to
62 overall, probably.
NXT Battleground.
Great show.
A great show.
Crazy show.
Yes. So the night kicks off with the Women's North American Championship match. Sol Ruka versus Kelani Jordan. In the end, it was a great match, but in the end, Sol Ruka coming out on top.
Soul snatched.
Yeah, she even hit a spear.
Yeah.
And then next was 6-man tag team match between the NXT Tag Champs Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs against the Culling. Honestly, I was predicting the Culling to pick up the W. Mm-hmm. That was not the case. Hank and Tank and Briggs picked up that big old W. After the match, the Culling attacked the winning team.
Yeah.
And that was when Yoshiki Inumura returned and evened the odds with a steel chair. Now here's the one I know you probably want to talk about. Stax versus Tony D'Angelo. The ending of a family.
Yeah. Ending of
The
family.
D'Angelo family's no more, like I would say officially. They are no more. And these two, man, they beat the heck out of each other. But in the end, it was Stax coming out on top. But not clean. You had Luca Cruzifino returning. He didn't really do anything. He just came out and he kind of looked at Tony D'Angelo, and that allowed Stax to hit a low blow and then pick up the win.
Yeah. Do you really think this is the end of the D'Angelo family?
It seems like everybody's turning on Tony D'Angelo.
I'll never forget the Don.
Is he still the Don, or is Stax the new Don?
Is Stax the new Don of the family?
He pinned the Don.
So maybe the family's still going. They just have a new Don.
New Don. It might. Next is the women's championship match. Stephanie Vaquer defeating Jordan Grace in a banger match.
Stephanie Vaquer is the champ. She's doing insane right now.
Yeah. NXT champion Obafemi defeated Miles Bourne, who put up a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
This guy, he has got potential.
He does.
He's got crazy potential.
They see it. Yeah.
He doesn't want his disabilities to hinder him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that for the longest time. I didn't know he had a hearing problem.
Yeah.
And a speech impediment. I didn't really know a lot about him. But yeah, he's got like a hearing problem and a speech impediment.
But he's still talented.
And he just took on Obafemi.
Yeah.
And gave a run for his money. Putting on a great match. Next is the main event. The TNA World Championship. Champion Joe Hendry going one-on-one with Trick Williams.
Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Or do you believe in the new TNA champion, Trick Williams?
Trick Willie. If you were to ask me 5 years ago, do you think we'd ever see a WWE superstar who's currently in the WWE holding another company's main championship? I would have been like, you're out of your mind. They wouldn't even partner with another company, let alone let one of the superstars hold another company's title. But here we are.
Here we are.
Trick Williams, WWE NXT superstar, the TNA World Champion.
It's the Triple H era. You can do whatever you want.
It is. It is. You can do whatever the heck you want on the Triple H era.
Yeah.
But Joe Hendry no longer the champion. I'm curious to see where they go with this.
I mean, sure they want to get Trick Williams stuff in TNA as well.
Yeah, he's going to defend it soon, yeah. Moving on to Monday Night Raw from, May 26th. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman outlined their vision. Is that the name of the group, The Vision?
I think that's a great name for it.
That's literally what I thought. When he was talking, I was like, is this how they're kind of like pushing their name as The Vision?
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad. Not at all.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, we get to see
It was a
Seth
long
Rollins.
segment. It was like 15, 20-minute segment.
I mean, it's a very much needed segment if you ask me.
Yeah. And they addressed the whole Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed history. Seth Rollins like, I know I need this guy. This is the guy I need.
Yeah. And we get to see Seth Rollins in a qualifying match for Money in the Bank later that night.
However, our first Money in the Bank qualifying match of the night was Penta defeating Chad Gable and Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Gable got distracted by AAA star El Hijo del Vikingo, his opponent at Worlds Collide, who was sitting at ringside.
Yeah.
Vikingo, however you say it, he did attack Chad Gable.
You know what was really weird for me?
What was weird?
I didn't get to see El Grande Americano at all that match. You'd think he would come out.
We're kind of slacking on him this week.
I know.
There was no El Grande Americano.
Like, he should have been out there helping out Chad Gable.
You know, It was a tough loss for Chad Gable, so if he's not feeling up to it for this next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next, for Worlds Collide, maybe he wants to throw in. El Grande will, step up and help out.
I was thinking maybe El Grande would want a Money in the Bank shot.
He should. He deserves it. He's been working hard. He won at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Next match was Rusev defeating Akira Tozawa.
Absolutely demolished him.
And it didn't seem like he wanted to stop after the match. But he was confronted by
Sheamus.
Former stablemate from, what was it, the League of Nations.
Yeah.
Sheamus after the match. Getting in his face.
I'm glad we're seeing like a good first, good rivalry.
Yeah, and especially get Sheamus in there. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Sheamus deserves some.
Sheamus also puts on banger matches.
Banger after banger.
Yeah.
Next match was the New Day. I believe defending their tag team titles against the Creed Brothers and War Raiders.
And they won. They came out with the W.
You can't say
hey,
they didn't earn it.
Xavier grabbed the tights. He grabbed the tights.
Hey, a win's a win.
A win's a win.
Ref didn't see it. It didn't happen. Tree falls in the woods and no one's there to see it. It didn't happen.
Hey, the rule of WWE is that there are no rules when the ref's not looking.
Yeah. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, that's real.
Next, we get a little confrontation between Jey Uso and Gunther. Yeah. Jey Uso promising to again tap out Gunther.
Yeah.
Because the Raw after Money in the Bank, it is going to be Jey Uso versus Gunther for the world title.
Do you think they'll make it a submission match?
That'd be cool.
I'd like to see that.
Make it to where you have no choice but to tap out. Because that puts the advantage in Gunther's court.
Yeah.
Jay doesn't really have a submission.
I mean, Jay won by submission.
He did win, but he used Gunther's submission.
Is that what he's going to do for the next one?
It's probably, maybe. We'll see.
And then we have Seth Rollins going for the title after that.
Yeah, we'll get there. Next match was Kairi Sane defeating Liv Morgan. They had a little run-in backstage.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what laid down to this match. However, let's talk quick about the...
Roxanne.
Yes. So, Liv Morgan is back from filming her movie.
Yeah.
And she finds Roxanne in the clubhouse. Giving Dom some nugs.
Nuggies.
And I don't think she was too appreciative of that at first.
She was just
But
trying
then comes the match with Kairi Sane. And
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez comes out and helps her win. Raquel didn't like Roxanne being out there. She came out to try and help.
Yeah, she came
Liv
out to
win.
try and help, and Raquel
got in the face of Roxanne saying, "Get out of here, we don't need you." Because Raquel was trying to help.
Yeah.
And this caused Liv to get distracted, and then Kairi Sane picked up the W.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then we had another little backstage thing between them.
And Liv blamed Raquel.
Yeah.
She's like, "You should have known better."
You know what I like seeing the entire time during that segment? The big old grin on Finn Balor's
face. On Finn Balor's face. Talk about stirring the pot.
Yeah, man. He's getting his get back on Liv Morgan, and I'm enjoying it.
He's enjoying it, and Carlito again is just
he's just there.
Just there. But I still think I will keep saying it. Some people complain about Carlito being there. I think it works so well, him just randomly being there and kind of just tagging along.
Yeah.
It's worked out so well, and he's been there for a year now.
Yeah. He's been part of that group for a year.
For a year, Carlito's been there, doing the same thing every week.
It works.
It works so well.
He's like the person that does that. JD's the one that gets beat up.
He brings the cool factor.
Yeah. And then Dominic just gets the ladies, and Finn Balor.
Yeah, Dom's Riz needs to be studied.
Yeah.
Next thing was Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch getting into a personal war of words.
Yeah.
I believe we're getting another match at Money in the Bank. And Lyra's saying that the only talented thing about Becky Lynch is her husband.
Yeah.
Something like that. And Becky Lynch telling Lyra to go back to her weird looking fiance. I was like, dang, bro.
Who's her fiance?
It's not like a wrestler. It's just a guy.
Poor guy.
He's like, I'm just a fan. I'm just trying to support her. And then next is the main event. Another Money in the Bank qualifying match. star-studded qualifying match. Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor. Seth Rollins picking up the W.
He pinned Finn Balor, right? Because of the steel chair.
Yeah. Dominic tried to help Balor, but Rollins took advantage, stopping Balor onto the chair.
Yeah.
It's looking like we're getting Balor and Mysterio. Probably SummerSlam.
I'm just saying, man. Seth Rollins always gets the one up on Finn Balor after every single match they have together, man.
Yeah. But the night didn't end there.
Because CM Punk's music played.
Hits, but he was playing a little trick on him. One of those oldest tricks in the book.
The two henchmen go up to the entrance.
That leaves Seth Rollins by himself.
Yeah. GTS.
Blasts him with the GTS.
Runs off into the crowd. Great way to end the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to NXT.
So you think CM Punk will get a qualifying match?
You know?
I just don't know how many spots are open left.
I think we already have 3.
We already have.
Yeah.
We have 3 on Raw.
I think so.
And then what?
2 on SmackDown.
2 on SmackDown. So probably just like 1.
Unless they're doing an 8-man.
We'll see. Yeah. Sometimes they'll do 6. Sometimes they'll do 8. We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, if they do have another one, I think CM Punk should be the one.
If not, he's definitely going to cost Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
All right. Next show is NXT from May 27th. Ethan Page going one-on-one with Ricky Saints for Saints' NXT North American Championship. This match was crazy. And violent. I mean, it basically became no disqualification. Ethan Page hit like a cutter on Ricky Saints onto the legs of a chair. And, Ricky Saints gave it all he had, but, dude, Ethan Page came out looking for blood. And he walked out as the new NXT North American
When Ethan Page wants to get violent, he can get very violent.
He can get very violent. He hit a twist of grin. Or hit a twisted grin. Which is basically just a twist of fate.
Yeah.
To become the new champion. Next, you have TNA superstar Mike Santana defeating Tavion Heights of the No Quarter Catch crew. And then we also had TNA Heavyweight Champion, TNA World Champion Trick Williams coming out celebrating, and he's confronted by Mike Santana. And we're getting a TNA Championship match between the two.
Yeah.
Next is Jada Parker defeating Tatum Paxley. After the match, Thea Hale hit the ring and chased Parker away.
Mm-hmm.
The LFG Season 1 winner, Jasper Troy, defeated Dante Chen. After the match, NXT champion Obafemi confronted Troy and told him to mind his business.
You listen to Oba, man.
That's right.
You listen to Oba.
Ray Phoenix and Triple A's Laredo Kid are in NXT to compete with Ethan Page. And I believe that's going down at Worlds Collide. I think we're getting Ray Phoenix, Laredo Kid, Javon Evans, and Ethan Page in a fatal 4-way for the NXT North American Championship at Worlds Collide. That'll be a great match.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now. That might steal the show. That match. Next is the NXT Women's Championship match between Stephanie Vaquer and Fatal Influence's JC Jane.
Yeah.
Talk about quite possibly the biggest upset in NXT history. JC Jane defeated Stephanie Vaquer and is the new NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah.
It's like, no. As much as I'll tell you this right now, JC Jane deserves it. You know how long she's been in NXT just grinding?
Yeah.
Putting in the work. Wherever you need her, she's there. She's doing her part. She's helping out.
Do you think
she's now getting rewarded?
Do you think they will get a rematch?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where they go with it, though, because I don't know. There's no point in giving JC the title if you're just going to give Stephanie the title right back.
I think they should put Stephanie in the main roster.
It's possible. We got the draft coming up.
Yeah.
I think.
They're already bringing so many of the NXT women up there. I think they're trying to make more space for the...
Yeah, and then you got like Jordan Grace still there to kind of
Yeah.
take the mantle. You got JC Jane there picking up some.
You got
and then
lot
Fallon Henley. You already saw some tension, even though Fallon Henley helped JC win. You saw some tension because Fallon felt like she should have been in the match.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens
We can see a lot of stuff happen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of women to work with.
Absolutely.
And they also have TNA.
TNA women.
As well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, those are all the shows. That was a lot.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Show.
Did it in 30 minutes. Not bad for, 5 shows?
We like to get through them, man. We want to talk.
We want to talk. So we got Money in the Bank coming up.
Yeah. Do you want me to go and search up who's already qualified?
Yeah, you can go to like here. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I'll go to just I guess Wikipedia might have it up. Money in the Bank, 2025. Here we go. All right, matches so far. So we got in the men's Money in the Bank. It is Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, and Seth Rollins. So there's only 4.
Okay.
So we could get Punk in there.
We could get Punk.
Yeah, 2 to be determined. I'm assuming 1 more from
SmackDown, 1 more from Raw.
Yes, because Solo Sikoa and LA Knight are from SmackDown. Penta and Seth Rollins are from Raw. So we'll get 1 more from
Probably
each.
1 more face and 1 more heel. Probably.
I'm gonna say CM Punk. I would assume they'd want to get him in there. Also, I could see Damian Priest being thrown in there, give him something to do.
Well, I think CM Punk's not going to be a part of the match, but I think he's going to cost Seth Rollins.
If he's not in the match, he's definitely going to cost
Yeah.
Seth Rollins the match. Next is, so there's the women's ladder match. So far we got Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, and Julia. Who's a couple women you'd like to see there? Obviously, I mean, she's already been in a qualifying match, but Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I'd still love to see in there. I'm trying to think of maybe someone that has not been in a... Liv Morgan, probably, right? I would assume is going to be in there. She'll have a qualifying match on Raw.
Let me see who's in that again. Hold up. So, did we get one from... Did we get Io Sky? Or is she still...
She's a champion.
Yeah, okay.
So they won't have her in there.
I don't know why I thought she...
I mean, I'm thinking on the SmackDown side, maybe Michin.
Yeah.
I would love to see get a shot. I mean, they could throw Zelina Vega in there if they want to put the U.S. champ in there.
What other...
I'm trying to think of like some SmackDown. Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
I mean, on Raw, you still got Raquel Rodriguez. Right? Because it's still so far, yeah. So, yeah, 2 Raw, 2 SmackDown are in there. So, I'm assuming we'll get 1 more from each brand.
They could put anyone they want, to be honest, in there.
Yeah. So far, who from each Money in the Bank match, out of the ones in the match right now, who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win?
Well...
Out of the men and women already qualified.
The men, I want Penta to win. I think that would be insane.
That'd be crazy.
But I don't think
I wouldn't be surprised if he just has a crazy showing there.
Yeah.
Like crazy moves off the ladder, doing stuff, and like really doing some impressive things. I don't think he'll win, but I think he'll look very impressive.
It would be insane if he won, though.
It would. You already know who I want.
Who do you want to win?
Mr. L.A. Knight.
I think he'll win it.
I hope, because I would love to see him win it and cash in on Cena and win.
Yeah.
Because I think a heel Cena versus a babyface LA Knight would go hard.
Yeah.
And I think
LA Knight's that next big name.
Yeah, the guy, he's never been world champion. And what a way to win your first title by, one, cashing in Money in the Bank, which has made so many people's careers. Think about like The Miz. Edge. And CM Punk, you could say it. But cashing in on John Cena.
Yeah, of
the
all
GOAT.
people. Yeah.
It'd be crazy. Women's, I mean...
I don't know about the women's.
Alexa Bliss, maybe, but she's already won it. I'm thinking
Alexa Bliss has her own stuff right now.
Maybe Julia. I could see...
I think...
Julia, Roxanne Perez... maybe Roxanne Perez gets it and causes, because maybe Liv Morgan wins the title back.
Yeah.
And Roxanne Perez cashes it, and then that causes a whole thing between the two.
I feel like it would keep the Judgment Day going if Roxanne won it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Like she's a part of the group now.
She's kind of earned it because she's got something to show for it.
But also, the Judgment Day's had the Money in the Bank before Damian Priest, so I don't know if they want to. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But then obviously we got Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch going 1-on-1. I forgot about this. It's a last chance match for Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
If Lyra loses, she will be forced to raise Becky's hand and recognize her as the better woman. Dang, talk about just freaking embarrassment having to do that.
I want to bring up a name though, which is completely off topic.
Okay.
Where's Roman Reigns at, man? When are we gonna see him back? You think it'll be a bit, maybe like War Games time?
I mean, you want to see Roman and Cena one more time, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? But I don't know when you can work him in there.
Right.
It's almost like Cena needs to lose the title. Well, no, I take that back, because if we're gonna have the draft coming up, I'm trying to think of how to get him over to Raw, because he's just been on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how to get him back over to Raw. Because we want to see him with CM Punk. We want to see him with Seth Rollins. We want to see him with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But yeah, surely Roman's got some unfinished business with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He might be done going at it with CM Punk for the time being, but with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, he's got some issues still to resolve.
I think it would be maybe War Games time he comes back, I think.
It's possible.
I don't know.
And then obviously the last match that's been announced so far is the tag match. John Cena, Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
Yeet.
4 letters. 1 word. Yeet.
I just cringed so hard. Don't do that again.
What's going down there?
I don't know, man. What?
I see Cena and Logan Paul winning.
I don't want to be mad at it.
I'll tell you that right now. That's what I think.
2 cheaters, 1 win. What kind of... Do you think there's going to be any other matches announced for it?
I don't know. I mean, the ladder matches take up a big part of it. Those are usually long matches.
Yeah.
Maybe one more. You could probably throw in one more in there. A tag match or something. We already have one, so...
Do we have...
You could throw in...
Intercontinental or U.S. Championship match going on?
No. Not unless they do it on like a normal, regular show. But, I'd love to see we get like a women's world title on the line somewhere there.
Yeah, I think...
Tiffany Stratton, get her defending the title.
Who do you think will be Io Sky's next?
Well, Liv Morgan looks like she's coming after Io.
Yeah.
So I could see that down the line soon.
I don't know, man.
All right, get us out of here.
We're done?
Yeah, I mean, anything else you want to say? White 6. Let's see where they go next.
They should win the titles.
Ooh, what titles, though?
Tag titles.
All the titles.
Oh, all of them.
All of them.
Uncle Howley and John Cena.
There you go. Sure.
You can.
Sure.
I mean,
why
Bray
not?
Wyatt.
You got some story there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to see like Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss interact.
Yeah.
Especially since they got a lot of history. They were tag champs together. So I think.
And now they're both part. Little White 6 stuff.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss not a part of it.
Yeah.
As of right now.
They both came in contact with Bray Wyatt, though. Mm-hmm. What can I say?
They got a lot of history. A lot of history. A lot of story to tell.
Stay tuned, folks. We might get a little something cooking up soon.
Ooh, are we cooking something?
We
might be cooking something
right there. Right there.
Right behind the camera. Right there.
You can't see it, but if you turn around, it's right there.
Right there.
Go ahead and turn. No. All right.
It's too messy over there right now. Get us out of here, buddy.
All right. Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith, Batman.
John Cena.
I forgot my championship
Roxanne
today.
Perez, Rey Mysterio.
Luke Skywalker.
He's over there somewhere.
Baby Yoda.
That's right. All right.
Some random guy on the box.
Next week will be our official Money in the Bank prediction show.
Yeah.
So we'll get our official predictions in, and we'll see you then.
With these.
We'll try. Maybe we'll have markers for like.
Instead of this crap.
That crap. It's alright.
Oh, it doesn't even have like the eraser.
No, I think I lost it.
All right, Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith, Batman. Oh, hold up. See you in the next one.